There we go. Hi, everyone. Professor Sweeter here, and welcome to COM 105. It's week one. I thought I'd put together a short video, just kind of orienting you to the first week, giving you some helpful information, and so you can put a face to the name. So hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. So COM 105, this is interpersonal communications. And in this class, we're really going to be emphasizing relationships. I think you'll find that a huge part of our discussion is all on relationships and how you interact within your relationships. This first week is really just an orientation week. It's to help you get familiarized with Blackboard, with MindTap, with a course, and to start meeting your classmates. The second week is going to get into the theory behind communication. So what is communication? Why do we communicate? How do we communicate? Weeks 3 and 4 are going to be looking at individual, cultural, and interpersonal motivations for communication. Essentially, how do you know yourself and how yourself and your identity influence how you communicate with other people. After that, we'll be looking at different types of communication, including verbal, nonverbal, and listening skills. And then the second half of the course is really going to emphasize those relationships I mentioned a few minutes ago. We'll look first at how you maintain your relationships, how you deal with conflict in your relationships, and then we'll talk about specific types of relationships, including romantic, family, and professional. All right, so that's a lot of what we're going to be talking about during this particular semester. Let's talk a little bit about what this class is. This is a 15-week asynchronous online course. What that means is there's no set time that we are going to meet as a class. You are working mostly independently, with set assignments each week, and I'm here to help guide you through that process. I also want to let you know that this is actually 2 classes together right now. I'm teaching both sections 01 and section 02, and they're identical classes. So what I've decided to do is group you all together, particularly when we come to discussion boards, because I find that gives everyone just a richer opportunity to discuss with each other. So please notice that a lot of the things that you're going to see in this class have both section 01 and 02 listed on it, and you are registered to one of those 2 sections. All right, let's take a look at Blackboard. What I'm going to do is share my screen with you so you can see Blackboard. Here we are. This is, right now I'm looking at 02, but as I mentioned before, 01 is completely identical to this. So we're looking at the announcements page, and these announcements will stay up for the entire semester, so you can go back and look at them from time to time. I do encourage you to read everything because I tend to put a lot of important information in announcements, and I also fire them to your student email address, so you'll be able to see information there too. All right, 15-week asynchronous course beginning today, Monday, May 10th, running through August 22nd. We are covering the exact same stuff that you'd be doing on ground. We're just doing it online. And I'm going to be totally honest with you, I like to front load things. So we will be doing a lot of work towards the beginning half of the semester, because I think then it gives you more opportunity to take time you need for your other classes when it comes towards the end of the semester and finals. All right, here's some information for you about this course. I've included my Zoom link there for office hours. I've talked about how you can contact me. I do encourage you to make sure that you've signed up for text messaging, because it's an easy way to reach me fast. And then a little bit of information about Blackboard. All right, let's take a look at this week and the syllabus. I'm going to start with the syllabus here. And again, exact same information in the section 01 class. First of all, I want to draw your attention to this file here. What COM 105 textbook should I purchase? I think that's going to be really helpful to a lot of you, especially when it comes down to how much money you need to spend. I'm going to be totally honest with you. You have 2 options, the school bookstore or Cengage.com. Can you see me in the corner here? Cengage.com is the other place where you can purchase the textbook. All right. And I'm speaking from a financial point of view there, my friends. All right, again, my Zoom link, my office hours, And at the very bottom here is the syllabus for you. All right, let's look at this week in communications. So you see a couple different links here. First of all, click here to access MindTap. That is what you'll use both to register your textbook once you purchase it. It's also how you'll access MindTap for most assignments in the class. Below that is the week 1 course introduction. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. Please know that weeks 2 through 15 are here. They're just hidden from your view. And then below that, should you need it, Cengage technical support. Here's week 1. Each Blackboard week follows a very similar format. You've got an overview, some outcomes, summary of activities, and then scrolling down, I've included some information helping you get familiar with Blackboard. There's a couple videos here. There's an orientation module, information about the Blackboard app, some technical stuff, and some videos. And at the very bottom, I know it's a little bit of a hike to find it this week. These are the different assignments that you will need for this week in class. All right. I do want to talk a little bit about this week's discussion board. Something that I've thought is really cool to do in an online course is to use Flipgrid for discussion boards. So you will be recording video discussion boards in Flipgrid. For this one, you don't necessarily have to download the app. However, if you want to use your cell phone to record videos, I do recommend it. You don't have to sign up for anything. You don't have to create an account. At the end of the semester, you can delete it. So it's a very low stakes download, if you will. Essentially, though, you are creating discussion boards where you provide video answers. So this week, I'm asking you to introduce yourself. When you go to this week's discussion board, you'll see already that I have recorded my video introducing myself. Wearing the same sweater, you'll be able to tell. You can access it by this link, or you can use this QR code on your phone and then record your video discussion board and provide feedback to your classmates like a regular discussion board. A lot of people ask me, why are you forcing us to do Flipgrid discussion boards? They're horrible. We're recording ourselves. We're on camera. I'm a little bit used to it. I'm used to sitting in front of my computer in an empty room and talking to no one all the time. So it is a skill set that I think a lot of people are becoming used to, especially in the past year or so. It's also a way to get you ready for the upcoming midterm presentation. You are doing a speech for your midterm, and so having Flipgrid discussion board videos is a very low stakes way to help you just become more acclimated with talking to the screen and seeing yourself on screen. All right, so there you have it this week in a nutshell. Last thing I want to tell you is I am very, very accessible to you. I already mentioned that you can text me and communicate with me very quickly. You can certainly email me too. I've noticed I'm having some problems with my phone this afternoon, so I wouldn't recommend that. Text and email is definitely going to be the fastest. And finally, we can Zoom each other, all right? I know there's something lost in those face-to-face meetings that we used to be able to have on campus, but I am available to you via Zoom, and you can text me or email me a request, and we'll set up a time to meet just like this. All right, my friends, that's a lot of information in just a few short minutes. So I encourage you to go through Blackboard, to explore, to click on things, to figure stuff out, and then let me know if you get stuck. Welcome to class. I'm looking forward to a great semester with you, and I will see you online.